With my V5 now safely stored in my luggage, we left the comforts of the clubhouse in Amartra behind us and made our way into Russia. At first we seemed to be making good progress, but then we hit the usual city traffic as we entered St Petersburg, Russia's second largest city. Oh, and of course it was extra busy due to Russia hosting the 2018 Football World Cup. As we wandered down the high street, we were drawn in by all the talented musicians and artists. John then took charge of the map and led us to the Winter Palace, where we took the opportunity to record a video before sunset. We made it to St Petersburg.
To St Petersburg, yeah. After spending a whole week in Amartra in Finland.
My fault.
You forgot the V5.
I got my V5, yeah.
But yeah, they eventually got there after spending 50 quid, and it wasn't...
Turns out that it did actually arrive on the Thursday, last Thursday, but they didn't tell us where it was, did they?
But then it came, and then we got through customs like really easily. Didn't even look at the V5.
No, didn't even give a shit.
Didn't even give a shit. Then getting into St Petersburg, really fucking hot, really busy. Bikes were like absolutely boiling.
Scheduled to arrive about, I think you said, we've got half hour to go, about 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
We've only just got settled in a hotel.
Yeah.
Half eight?
Half eight, yeah.
Half eight, yeah.
But we had actually been in 2 hotel rooms because the first one was a fake hotel. Here's the entrance to our fake hotel. And we're now moving out to move into a real hotel, which is not here next to the sex shop, but under there. And we needed a receipt for our visa, so we registered in this city, and which is the reason why we're staying here actually, or in a way, because we may have actually left if we didn't have to register. After like saying, okay, well we don't want this hotel now, the security guard gave us back our money because he had some sort of weird deal with the hotel.
Yeah, but you went in, you had to go and you got it sorted.
Yeah, got it sorted.
Then I loaded all our luggage up into the hotel room.
Thank you.
It's okay.
Yeah, you did all the hard work. But yeah, it's good. We're here now.
Yeah, and we got a beautiful sunset. Yeah, and we haven't seen a sunset for like a month.
It's just been light the whole time. Yeah, we'll spin it round now actually.
We then had our first taste of Russian vodka before making our way back to our hotel room. We left St Petersburg the next day, equipped with our registration slips, and rode to Valdai National Park. We checked into our accommodation and spent the evening admiring the breathtaking views over the lake at sunset. On the way to Tver the next day, I noticed my temperature warning light had come on. We pulled over to take a look and discovered that my fan was broken. We topped up Monster's radiator with water, but 80 miles later, near Stalingrad, her light came back on. A man called Dmitry invited us into his home and spent hours trying to help us fix the fan. And when that didn't work, spent even more of his time on the phone locating a part online that we could ride to the next day. With the night drawing in, Dmitry insisted he put us up. The next morning we said our goodbyes and we nervously started our ride towards Moscow. Not long later, on a busy motorway in the Strogino District, my bike stalled as I was filtering past gridlock traffic and a cloud of steam poured out around me. John towed me off the motorway where we met a man called Argh, who went off and then returned half an hour later with a fan that fitted my bike and insisted on fixing it for us. Not long later, a guy called Andre, with long black dreadlocks, rocked up on his Harley Davidson.
It's fixed, thanks to these guys.
Andre then invited us all back to his workplace, Junkyard Customs. We met Dennis, owner of this awesome garage, and then they helped me replace the water in Monster's radiator with new coolant. Andre then fabricated up a new bracket for my bike to stop the exhaust from burning my luggage.
How's your bike?
Are you filming?
Yeah.
My bike's great, thanks to this chap.
Yeah,
and these guys. Over the next few hours, we loved hanging out with our new Russian friends. Andre introduced us to his girlfriend Orla, who kindly bought us some delicious sandwiches on her lunch break. We were so pleased when we exchanged contact details so we could stay in touch before winding in for the night in Dennis's flat, where we met his pet cat. He's playing fetch.
Bring it back.
Why are the cats in Russia so clever? Good boy. Again? Again? Go. Oh! Good boy. Again? He's passed it back. We returned to the garage the next morning so that our new friends could sign my bike, and we said our farewells, although this wouldn't be the last time we'd see each other. We then headed straight to Mikhailov, pulled over to check the sat-nav for the closest accommodation, met a cute pup, joined back on the main road where we found a motel for the night. In the early hours of the morning, a storm hit. We darted downstairs, in our pyjamas, to remove our sodden luggage from our bikes, regretting our lazy decision not to take them up to our room. Not that it would make much difference as we headed out in the miserable weather a few hours later. Luckily though, as the day went on, the weather cleared up and we arrived in Borisoglebsk, where we spoilt ourselves with another posh hotel room and then checked out the town's Soviet buildings. As we darted to Volgograd the next day, we realised our Haydnese tyres had already lost a lot of their tread and were squaring off pretty badly. We bought some new tyres in a shop and then somehow ended up in a guy's backyard a few miles away where they fitted them for us. Eager to hit the town, we checked into a place, a little more basic than the night before, and then went to watch an England game being hosted on a big screen in the city centre. The following day we were eager to check out the Stalingrad History Museum. We saw the ruins of the flour mill which was destroyed in the 1942 Great Battle of Stalingrad. Inside it was bare, other than a simple bit of graffiti, with the name Max. Max. He'll come into the story shortly. The array of various machinery from the war on the exterior of the museum and the treasured artefacts inside, including a leather and sheepskin touloup that caught John's eye, kept our attention for hours. Eager to continue learning about Russia's history, we took a ride to the Stalingrad Memorial. A short walk later, we were in awe of the magnificent sight before us, the Motherland Calls, at a whopping 279 feet tall. We then headed over to the Hall of Military Glory, a solemn yet peaceful memorial to all the victims of war, where the eternal flame burns bright. Western Russia would soon be behind us, and we were surprised at how attached we already felt to this interesting country. We had been blown away by the generosity and kindness of the Russian people. Our bikes had really been put to the test on the journey so far, and soon they'd be battling the neglected Kazakhstan roads. But it wasn't the potholes that were the worry. This time, it wasn't a bike that would break down. It was one of us.